It's
called
Oh,
nomological harmony. I don't even know. You search it up.
you're talking about Jason, the one that I know that debated Daniel. Oh,
Kaysen.
Jason.
Yeah, the one that's super smart in philosophy, bro.
For some reason, I'm not. Okay, I am live.
No, you're not, Coco.
Oh,
It's the
like
figment of your imagination.
on YouTube and Twitch. But hold on. Okay, apparently I am live. My YouTube's just being weird. Okay, there we go. Cool. And let me check for sound.
You know what the Marian apparitions are, Coco?
The Mary apparition? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, those are crazy, bro.
Wait, what argument was it?
Nomological harmony. Nomological harmony.
Philosophical puzzle of explaining why the universe's fundamental laws of nature consistently and perfectly match the actual states of the universe, creating an orderly, intelligible, and often valuable reality rather than a chaotic, arbitrary one. Shoot, I have to read into that. There's a fill paper with it.
Yeah, by Brian Cutter, probably. This guy's at the University of Notre Dame. He's a professor there.
It's 47 pages long. Brian Cutter. Yeah, I see it. It's a 47-page. Maybe I could.
You need to read it, Coco.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it, bro. I mean, I can't, but apparently this is the strongest argument, one of the strongest arguments for God, bro.
Oh, well. Yeah, I need to read that in due time, I guess. Check it out, see what it's about.
Read it twice, Coco, so you can understand it. That's what I do.
Should I? I was going to play music, but no. Okay. No, actually, no, fuck it.
I want to challenge Coco to a formal debate, but I don't know what we disagree with.
We basically agree on everything.
Like, you agreed eating a burger is vegan.
I mean, I guess under, like, extreme circumstances.
Do you agree it takes longer than an hour to make a burger?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, since I beat Cage, did I beat everyone Cage debated, technically?
I mean, theoretically, that's how that works, but...
Okay, so I'm one of the best debaters on TikTok, then.
Well, we probably have to put that to the test. Like, there's a match you up with Cage.
Wait, then that means I beat Just Jim as well.
I mean, technically, yeah, if we're following that logic.
Coco, who all have you debated?
Wait, Haru, are you good at politics?
I debate social politics, Coco.
Okay, like, what if I changed the topic to something else to bring in a crowd?
I don't have any of the sources on me, so I'll be going to, like, unless you want to pull up my source doc or something like that. Okay, this can easily go into a trans topic. Got it.
Trump, Christian nationalism, and the frozen water terrorists are bad for our country.
Are you meaning ICE?
Yeah.
That's insane.
But
this could easily go into a trans topic, and that's where I lead to.
I'm not sure this is gonna bring anyone in, but like I have to take some notes on like ICE before I even run this topic.
What is there to take notes on?
All of their victims.
I agree. So So even in like an instance where they are harming another individual, why is that okay?
I don't think it's okay.
If I need 3.5 years or above to get a bachelor's degree, why can they hold a pew pew in less than 3 to 7 months?
Hold on, give me one sec. Dude, this is loud. I'm listening to music in one ear, but I can't hear you.
You're canceled.
Yeah, for some reason. But actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on.
Y'all, everyone boycott Coco. This is the only way we can teach them.
Okay, hold on. Give me one sec.
Y'all, I think we should just obey everyone and anyone.
Can you hear me?
Sadly, yes.
Okay. I think maybe this should work.
No, I can't.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit louder.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, okay. This
It's
might be a
still
problem.
quiet.
How do I do this?
I'm actually not. I have my AirPods in. I could hear you the other times, but it's extremely quiet.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna have to look a little bit weird. Oh God, fuck these headphones.
Yes, yes, Coco is. Speak now. Oh, it's because I have my headphones like at the half on.
Here,
Wait,
can you hear me now? Is this good?
that hurt my ears. I'm gonna turn down my phone now. Now speak.
Okay, can you hear me now when I talk like this?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if this works. Then I plug this in.
May was just on Christopher's live, I believe.
Okay, give me one sec. We'll let this guy out. Okay, this should work. If you guys can still hear me, then like yeah, this should work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
okay. Well, what you got for me today?
Hey man, what's up, bro? How you doing today, bro? You follow me, so I rock with you. You one of the only few people who do this panel stuff who I actually rock with.
Oh yeah, like I follow everybody that follows me since the beginning of my social media career in 2023.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is you're not an asshole. You'll let people have the floor, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, bro. Let's get right into it.
Okay. But yeah, what you got for me?
I think that a person should believe, why you should believe or trust in the Christian God is, well, the role of sin on the earth. I think the consequences of sin makes itself so apparent, it's almost undeniable, right? Man, outside of the basic sins, I think that the consequences it manifests. So me, I'm from California, I'm from Southern California. And man, I done took part in a 30-year neighborhood block beef between two neighborhoods because of what somebody did in the 80s. These two dudes from this neighborhood, they were from different neighborhoods in the 80s, and one of them had sex with another man's wife. And he was from the other neighborhood. And then ever since then, it's been a ongoing war between these two blocks, all because of what two men decided to do in the 70s. Fornicate. He fornicated with the other dude's wife.
Yeah.
So the amount of bloodshed, I mean, we're talking about over a 30-year period. It's probably been hundreds of bodies just between these two neighborhoods, hundreds of bodies of, and not even people who had anything to do with it. It'll be innocent bystander children who get caught in the crossfire of this war. They get caught in the crossfire. And outside of the bloodshed, bro, because of the sin that they committed in the 80s, 70s, he fornicated he sinned against this other man, and due to that, this war that's been, and outside of the bodies, outside of the bloodshed, the aunties and the mothers who develop cancers and from the stress of losing their loved ones, from the stress of losing their baby boy or baby girl to the streets. And they're going through rounds of chemotherapy as we speak. And outside of them, the big homies who did survive the war, they're taking meds for schizophrenia and they're having PTSD. So it's just the role, all because of what two men decided to do in the 70s. He fornicated with this man's wife. And we could have avoided all of this bloodshed if all of them were Christian and they followed the laws and they followed don't fornicate with another man's wife, and it could all been avoided had they were believers.
My apologies, sir, but what does this have to do with what is posted on trusting the Christian God?
Well, I think I know what his point is. He's basically saying that like God's moral prescriptions could have probably led to a better world, and like maybe sin is like obvious in this world. I think my objection would be like, yeah, I think like Christianity has like good moral prescriptions in the New Testament more so than like the Old Testament. But I mean, like I don't really see that as a reason to, I guess, like trust or believe in the Christian God or any spiritual deities. I think that like people do bad things even outside of like the spiritual existing. So I don't really see this as like a crazy good reason to believe that spiritual things exist.
sir, would you argue that the Roman gods are actually more on a personal behavior that you can relate to than the Christian God?
I would not hold that any gods exist. I just don't have compelling evidence for it.
Right. Well, okay, we're in agreement, but I'm saying that
I
the
disagree.
Abrahamic gods are ridiculous.
Oh,
Cap.
well, typically I do say that, but you know, I guess
Well,
to Christians that are mean to me, but like for the sake of right now, I'm just being polite. But yeah, I don't see any reason to believe.
Well, Compass, you may not see that what them two dudes did in the 80s, 70s, the fornication that caused it was like a chain reaction. And we know something is sin based off of not even what the Bible says, because I'm not going to use the Bible to explain why I believe in the Bible. I'd rather use the real world, why I believe in the Bible.
Right.
If you see what sin, the fruits that sin sprouts, is usually an ugly thing. It's never a pleasant thing. And we're familiar with the idea that if you don't eat sugar, like sugar is good, right? I mean, it's cake, sugar. If you keep eating sugar, you're gonna physically that's bad for you. And we know that if you abstain from sugar, you can be healthy. You can live a healthier life. Usually, that's usually the case. So we're familiar with the idea of abstinence from what we like.
Yeah, but I think there's like a naturalistic explanation to that, right? Like, I wouldn't call it sin. I would just say like people do bad things, and there's just things that are created in this world that can be harmful to you. And like that would be my take. I mean, yeah, sugar is bad for you. You know, too much of anything is bad for you, like carbohydrates or sodium. But these would be like naturalistic things I could explain.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like these explain just like objective like reality, like not any like moral sense. So it's like a naturalist, like it can explain something like harm reduction, for example. Like harm, the individuals experience negative emotion with harm. Therefore, like we ought not commit harm. It's like
Well,
ought
sir,
is just coming out
I
of
would
nowhere.
argue that
Like, it's not
naturalists are just as ignorant as somebody that eats 50 grams of trans fat a day.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's
They're
not even a moral.
not
That's the point.
actually
It's not a
focused on
moral.
their
It's not a
diet.
moral stance. It's just a stance of objective reality, biological reality.
Well, Compass, when you say that people do bad things and that's the result of a bad thing, people can have opinion. The problem with that is people can have opinions on what is truly bad.
That's it, sir. It's
and
opinions.
what is objective and subjective, right? So we have to have an objective what is bad. And I think you can get a objective what is bad based off of the patterns of the result of what you do.
I mean, I sort of
Yeah,
disagree.
but that's still just
I don't
based
really.
on your value judgment.
Yeah, I don't really hold to like moral facts, and I haven't really seen like moral facts demonstrated clearly. I think that our current world is like extremely morally subjective because like when I look at history, I don't see like a clear demonstration of moral facts. I see humans like stumbling around and doing like atrocious things until I finally figured out like what we wanted to deem right and what we wanted to deem wrong and create.
Well, the moral,
well,
the
sir,
moral
that
objectivity,
is why I brought
the
up,
moral
the
objectivity
Roman
comes
gods,
from.
Hold on, one at a time.
because-
One at a time. Go ahead, CB Deuce.
The moral objectivity would come from, okay, yeah, the world happens, but the objectivity comes in, okay, what was the result? So you can steal from somebody who says it's wrong, but okay, what do you get from stealing from somebody? You might get unalived by the person, or like if you try to break into somebody's house. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that morally? What do you, okay, let's answer that. What do you get from breaking into somebody's house? You're an intruder now and you may get gunned down. So now we are able to base what is objective based off of the result of the results.
Under your value judgment, though, your desired results.
No, the results of what you do tells us if it's objective or subjective.
But the desired result, like if it's objectively, like, that's implying that there's like
it's objectively wrong for me to slap you in the face because everybody who I do that to will probably slap me back.
It's objectively subjective, actually.
Yeah, like I'm a moral realist, but like I just
breaking
don't agree
into one's house, you should be killed.
Well,
wait, what? What?
Yeah, if you break into my house, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
Wait, so you believe in a harm principle
know,
that actively causing harm to other individuals
so
based
we
off
know
of the
it's
definition of
objectively-
qualia? That's
So we
different.
know
So
it's
you-
objectively wrong to break into somebody's house because 9
It's
times out of
subjectively
10,
wrong.
you're gonna get.
When you say we
QQ'd.
know it's subjectively wrong, that
Because
doesn't
it's
make
gonna
sense.
get a negative reaction.
Exactly.
I'm totally on board on what you're saying.
So
Is it
Junior, I have a
wrong for a
question for
homeless
you.
person to go
So
into
that's
the
how
house
you.
of-
That's how
like
you
a business
establish
owner?
objectiveness. That's
Like,
how you
no,
establish what's objective. Is the
like,
pattern.
Is it objectively
That doesn't
wrong
make it
for a
objective.
homeless
That's
person to
just-
go into an
that's
abandoned
just a
property?
desired-
If I slap
that's just
10
a
people
desired
today-
moral outcome under a shared value.
If I slap 10 people today, every one of those 10 people are going to have a negative response to that. And based off of that pattern, we can establish that it's
That's not true.
objectively wrong.
That's not necessarily
hate
true.
somebody.
You could smack somebody in their
No,
masochist and
it-
like,
it- Unless
when you
you're
say
in an
we
S&M
establish,
One at a
parlor.
time,
that's
guys,
just
one at a
stance
time.
dependence. For it to be objective, it would have to be mind independent. There's no we established or we come to this conclusion or we observe this outcome. That's
Exactly.
That's not in the realm of objectivity. That's just subjectivism.
But there's
I
true
did have
subjectivism.
somebody try to ask me a question. Is it cool if I get that question
Sure.
from that person?
So you believe it's morally okay to take away an individual's life through that committed a non-violent crime?
If they're coming into my owned premises, yes, they will die.
Well, I mean,
So under any circumstance,
Even Santa.
under any baseline principle or circumstance that you're actively alluding to and telling, you're okay with stripping a life that did not commit a violent crime.
If somebody comes into my place of residence that is not invited, yes,
So if someone with
it will
dementia-
be done for.
So if someone with dementia walked into your house by accident, you'd be okay with unaliving them.
That's a pretty good
Well,
reduction.
okay. Oh,
No,
all right,
Junior,
all right,
no,
got
you
me.
said
No,
everyone.
no, sir. You got me there. You got me there.
Not a sir, but okay.
You
Dang.
make perfect sense. I understand that. I mean, somebody
have
that
dementia, then no. If
that-
you're aware of that, then no.
Even if you're not, if they're
Well,
not actively causing a harm principle to yourself,
well, like,
you should not be able to take away their life.
That's the point with subjectivism.
if
Harm principle is
if
just
a
your value
seven-
judgment.
Exactly.
So,
That's all.
but the
if a
implication, though, that it's like
70-year-old
you're like you'd say that's like morally acceptable. It's like to someone who's a relativist, it's like it doesn't matter because good and evil, moral, immoral, are just subjective. They're not even real. There's no
If my
Exactly.
neighbor, if I know my
concrete
neighbor has,
objectivity in it.
if I know my neighbor has dementia, and I know he has a habit of doing this, and he comes into my house, then no.
So only what you value.
Right,
so it doesn't
right.
matter what
Like,
other individuals
with-
value.
with-
You're okay
with-
with taking a life that did not cause any harm to you or a non-violent crime if you do not know a instance, even if they're not actively going to cause harm to you, you may just be ill-informed in their behavior or intent patterns. So you'd be okay with causing harm to them
The
without
point is, to a
realizing what you're doing.
relativist, they might not even value harm reduction. That's my point.
Exactly.
So neither of you are wrong or wrong. It's something that's unfalsifiable.